What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Shane Rowe. Guys, grab your Yardies coffee, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and let's get caffeinated. Now, guys, with a bit of a break in between games, we've had a very strong news cycle, and I wanted to go over a couple of these news articles and just talk about them with you and get your opinions as well too, because again, you know this is as much your space as it is mine. So leave your comments down below, but let's get into it. Now, the first article I wanted to talk to you about comes from Jude Summerfield. It's from the article relating to Manchester United prepared to listen to transfer offers for the entire squad, besides 3 players, which I believe the 3 players are Kobe Mainoo, Garnacho, and I believe Hoyland. So with that said, everything is up for debate. Everything is up for sale. Not to mention the fact that we're not qualifying for the Champions League again. We're probably a little bit more broke than we perceive we are, you know? So I've been calling for a massive overhaul this entire season because the truth is, besides those 3 players, I don't really think that there's much more talent in that squad. Ghana shows glimpses, and you want to say if he had a better defense in front of him, he might be in a much better light or viewing. I mean, considering the amount of shots he's had to face, he's performed exceptionally well. So I think I would put Onana in that category as well too. Harry Maguire, I mean, if you're getting a better centre back, which I'm not really sure on the market these days for what you're gonna have to pay if you're gonna find much more quality than Harry. And listen, since we have taken the captain armband, Harry has been, and not just for United, in the Premier League, he has been one of the best centre backs this season, all things considered. So I don't think you can lose an asset like that just to sell them off cheap and have a fire sale, right? There needs to be some kind of consideration. Now, when you're talking about Lindelof, yeah, we definitely need to upgrade from Lindelof. I love Johnny Evans, but we can't be doing this till year 37, right? And Martinez has had 2-3 injuries in one season, and he had a few injuries last season, if I'm not mistaken, as well too. So you're already talking about 3 centre backs really, that needs to be replaced. Definitely Luke Shaw. Guys, leave your opinion on Luke Shaw. I want to know what you guys think, because if you're asking me, at some point, Luke Shaw might have to, get replaced. And Malacia, we've seen clips of him back in the training ground, or back training. But for somebody who was out an entire season, yeah, he'll probably be like getting a new sign again. But can Delap just switch over to the left side? It's pretty much in the whole shambles. And then when you consider the midfield, the only person of quality in the midfield is going to be your friend and your Kobe Mainoo, which leads me to the other article about Bruno talking about his future. And yeah, considering that they do want to replace the entire squad, he's gonna have to consider his future. But if you're asking me, and guys, leave your opinion down below, he has been one of our top performing players for the last 4 or 5 seasons. So maybe we shouldn't be building a team around him, but when you look at players like De Bruyne, he's up there with these players. So you want to cash in on somebody like that? If you can get 100 million for him, okay, maybe. But if you can't get any of these numbers for Bruno, I think it's more advantageous to keep somebody like Bruno. And I don't think we should be throwing the baby out with the bathwater, and we need that leadership. And I don't care what no one says. He is a good leader. He might have his little hissy fits and he might get frustrated because the players around him are not playing maybe to their standard, or they're just not up to standard, right? So when you see these things, the squad does need an overhaul, but we cannot just say every single player besides the 3. So do I completely agree with these articles? Not necessarily. I don't think we should be dumping out the entire squad. But when it comes to players like Rashford, who's on 300K a week and not performing, you have to start thinking about what needs to be done for the good of the team. Rashford had 30 goals last season, and that was probably his peak season. He's already 26 years old, going on 27. So do you cash in on him now, or do you take the gamble and say he'll get 30 goals next season? On a bounce of probabilities, it's kind of unlikely, ain't it? Leave the comments down below, but if you're asking me, it is probably prime time to cash in on Rashford. Anthony, maybe not do anything this season, but we need to see what we're going to do with that right side as well too, because we have Ahmad sitting there waiting. Palestri's going to come back off of loan, and Mason Greenwood is also going to be a factor in the next couple of months. So we really need to get our stuff together. But the one thing that none of these articles have talked about is who is going to be in charge of these things. No one has said if it's going to be Ten Hag or if it's going to be an entirely new manager. At this point, I don't believe that you should be changing the manager, especially the fact that the season's almost over. And if you're going to be doing this kind of heavy shifting, you would want to at least prepare the squad for a shell shock that's going to come in the next few months. So I'm assuming that they're going to keep Ten Hag. I would like them to keep Ten Hag. Guys, leave your comments down below. But definitely not what you hear about Graham Porter or Gareth Southgate. That is ridiculous. And whoever is saying those names, the foolishness, guys. But listen, we're going to leave it there for today, guys. Like the video, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. And thank you for watching. God bless you, and GGMU. Peace.